Good evening. Genoa City has seen its fair share of betrayals, heartbreaks, and shocking twists, but nothing could have prepared fans for what's about to unfold. Just when it seemed like Billy Abbott had finally found stability, peace, and maybe even redemption, everything comes crashing down in the most devastating way imaginable. And at the center of it all, Chelsea Lawson, the woman he trusted, the woman he defended, the woman who may have just destroyed him completely. Billy Abbott has never been perfect. Reckless, impulsive, and often self-destructive, he's made more mistakes than most. But recently, something changed. After years of battling inner demons, failed relationships, and constant pressure from his powerful family, Billy started trying, really trying, to become better. He stepped away from chaos. He tried to rebuild trust. And most importantly, he let Chelsea into his life in a way he hadn't let anyone in before. Chelsea saw him at his lowest. She understood his struggles with mental health, his guilt, and his constant fear of never being enough. Their bond wasn't just romantic, it was emotional, raw, and deeply personal. That's what makes what happens next so much more brutal. At first, everything seemed perfect. Chelsea was supportive, calm, grounded. She encouraged Billy to stay focused, to avoid slipping back into destructive habits, and to rebuild his relationship with his children and family. But behind the scenes, something was off. Small cracks began to appear, moments where Chelsea seemed distant, secretive, almost calculating. Late night phone calls, conversations she refused to explain, and a growing tension that Billy couldn't quite put his finger on. He trusted her, so he ignored the signs. Big mistake. What Billy doesn't know is that Chelsea has been playing a dangerous game, one that could cost him everything. Whispers around Genoa City suggest that Chelsea may be working with someone unexpected, someone who has their own reasons for wanting Billy to fall. Could it be a Newman, an Abbott rival, or someone from Chelsea's past resurfacing with unfinished business? Whoever it is, one thing is clear. This isn't just about love, it's about power, control, and revenge. Chelsea isn't just hiding secrets anymore. She's actively manipulating the situation. The truth explodes in the worst possible way. Billy discovers undeniable proof that Chelsea has been lying to him. Not just small lies, massive, life-altering deception, documents, messages, and a secret meeting that exposes everything. Chelsea hasn't been protecting Billy. She's been setting him up, and the fallout? Absolutely catastrophic. Within days, Billy's world begins to collapse. His business connections start pulling away, his credibility is questioned, even his own family begins to doubt him again. It's like every step forward he made is erased in an instant. And Chelsea? She doesn't deny it. She doesn't run. Instead, she stands there, cold, composed, and unapologetic. This is the moment fans will never forget. The moment Chelsea finally shows her true colors. When Billy confronts her, expecting tears, regret, or at least some explanation, what he gets instead is far worse. Calmness. Chelsea reveals that everything she did for a reason she believes justifies the betrayal. Maybe she thought Billy was too unstable. Maybe she believed she was protecting herself. Or maybe this was her plan all along. Her words cut deeper than any betrayal. You were never going to survive this world, Billy. I just made sure I did. That's when it hits him. This wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. As news spreads across Genoa City, reactions are explosive. Some see Chelsea as a villain, cold, manipulative, and ruthless. Others argue she's a survivor, someone who did what she had to do in a world where weakness gets you destroyed. But one thing everyone agrees on, Billy didn't deserve this. Not like this. Not after everything he's been through. This betrayal hits Billy harder than anything before, not because he lost something material, but because he lost trust, faith, hope. The one thing he thought he finally had. And this time, it might be too much. Old habits start creeping back in. The anger, the impulsiveness, the urge to self-destruct. His family watches in fear as Billy spirals closer to the edge than ever before. The question now isn't just whether he can recover, it's whether he even wants to. Speculation is running wild. Could this be the storyline that leads to Billy's ultimate downfall, or even his exit from Genoa City? The signs are there. Emotional collapse, isolation from loved ones, loss of trust in everyone around him, and now, a betrayal that cuts deeper than anything before. If Billy doesn't find a way to fight back, this could truly be the end. But the story doesn't end here, not even close, because Chelsea isn't done. In fact, this may only be the beginning. With Billy out of the way, she's now in a position of power, stronger, more dangerous, and completely unpredictable. The question is, who's next? This shocking betrayal sets off a chain reaction that will impact everyone. The Abbott family may go to war to protect Billy. Old enemies could resurface. Alliances will shift in unexpected ways, and at the center of it all, Chelsea Lawson, the woman who just proved she's capable of anything. If there's one lesson from this explosive storyline, it's this. In Genoa City, trust is a weakness. Billy learned that the hard way, and now he may pay the ultimate price. As for Chelsea, she's no longer the woman people thought she was. She's something far more dangerous and far more unforgettable. The betrayal was only the beginning, because if there's one thing Genoa City should never underestimate, it's Billy Abbott when he has nothing left to lose. And right now, Billy has lost everything. After Chelsea's shocking betrayal, Billy disappears. No calls, no explanations, no trace. Even those closest to him begin to fear the worst. Some believe he's spiraling again, falling back into his darkest habits. Others worry he may have left Genoa City for good. But what no one realizes? Billy isn't running. He's watching, planning, waiting. Because for the first time in a long time, Billy isn't reacting emotionally. He's thinking strategically. And that makes him far more dangerous than anyone expects. Meanwhile, Chelsea Lawson appears to be winning. Her plan worked. Billy is out of the picture. Her position is stronger than ever. And publicly, she plays her role perfectly. Composed, intelligent, untouchable. But behind closed doors, something feels off, because victories built on betrayal come with consequences. And Chelsea is about to learn that lesson the hard way. It starts small. A deal falls through unexpectedly. A trusted contact suddenly backs away. A key piece of information leaks, information only Chelsea should have known. At first, she brushes it off. Coincidence, bad luck. But then it happens again, and again. And suddenly, the pattern becomes impossible to ignore. Someone is targeting her from the shadows with precision. The truth hits like a thunderbolt. Billy Abbott isn't gone. He's orchestrating everything. Piece by piece, he's dismantling Chelsea's carefully constructed world. But this isn't reckless revenge. This is calculated, cold, and terrifyingly effective. Billy has studied Chelsea, her moves, her weaknesses, her secrets, and now he's using them against her. Instead of confronting Chelsea directly, Billy plays a much smarter game. He gets inside her head. Mysterious messages begin appearing. Subtle reminders that he knows everything. Strategic leaks that put her alliances at risk. He doesn't attack her outright. He destabilizes her, forces her to question everyone around her, makes her feel exactly what he felt: betrayed, alone, exposed. For the first time since her betrayal, Chelsea loses control. The confident, composed woman starts to unravel. She becomes paranoid, suspicious, desperate. She lashes out at the people closest to her, pushing away allies and creating new enemies in the process. And the more she tries to regain control, the more everything slips through her fingers, because Billy isn't just fighting back. He's outplaying her. But Billy doesn't do it alone. In a shocking twist, he gains help from someone no one saw coming. Someone who has their own reasons for wanting Chelsea to fall. Someone powerful, connected, and just as ruthless. This alliance changes everything, because now it's not just personal. It's war. As Billy tightens the noose, the truth about Chelsea's betrayal begins to surface publicly. Secrets she buried, deals she made, manipulations she thought were hidden forever. One by one, they come into the light, and Genoa City reacts exactly as expected. Shock, outrage, judgment. Chelsea, once in control, now finds herself at the center of a scandal she can't escape. Finally, the moment arrives. Billy and Chelsea come face to face again. But this time, everything is different. Billy isn't broken. He isn't emotional. He isn't pleading for answers. He's calm, cold, in control. And that terrifies Chelsea more than anything else. Chelsea tries to justify herself again, tries to explain, tries to regain some power in the conversation, but Billy doesn't let her, because this time, he's not listening. He's finished. And when he finally speaks, his words hit harder than any betrayal. You didn't destroy me, Chelsea. You created someone who doesn't need you anymore. That's when she realizes she didn't just lose Billy, she created her own worst enemy. Just when it seems like Billy has won, everything changes, because in Genoa City, nothing is ever that simple. A final revelation emerges, one that suggests Chelsea may not have been acting alone, one that points to an even bigger player behind the scenes, someone who manipulated both of them. And suddenly, the entire story flips. Was Chelsea really the mastermind, or just another piece in a much larger, more dangerous game? With the truth unraveling and new enemies emerging, the stakes have never been higher. Will Billy continue down this dark path? Can Chelsea recover from the damage done? And who is the real puppet master pulling the strings? One thing is certain, this story is far from over. Billy may have regained control. He may have gotten his revenge, but at what cost? Because the man standing now is not the same man who fell in love with Chelsea. He's harder, colder, more dangerous. And in Genoa City, that kind of transformation never comes without consequences.